We're walking in mud, you know, every step of the way will be difficult, but man, we have all got to walk that walk.
And what a beautiful painting there to show. And you see some of the dignitaries in the crowd. We saw the mayor of Minneapolis there moments ago, the Reverend Jesse Jackson there as well. And there are going to be many folks there who you might recognize their faces or you may not, because they are wearing masks. We're in the middle of a global pandemic. It's hard to socially distance at a funeral. But I'm sure they're doing it as best they can. But again, this is at North Central University in Minneapolis. Live pictures coming from this memorial service, the first of a number of memorial services for George Floyd. Let's get to Minneapolis now. CNN's Omar Jimenez is at North Central University, where today's public memorial is being held. Describe the scene where you are, Omar.
Well, Don Brooke, as you mentioned, this will be the beginning of what will be a series of saying goodbye to George Floyd a little bit over a week after he died. And there is music playing, as it has been in the lead up to the beginning of this memorial service, set to begin in just a few minutes here. We've seen some of the people that are in attendance right now. You saw Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey in there, Governor Tim Walz as well. Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar as well also went up to the casket to pay her respects. And we've also seen his friend and former NBA player Stephen Jackson, who I spoke to throughout all of this, and highlights one really important aspect in all of this. Of course, we are remembering the life of George Floyd, but we're also beginning to process the legacy he is now leaving behind, a legacy that has now been felt in places across the world. And to use Stephen Jackson's words, he says, George Floyd is going to be a name of change, and we are going to make sure of it. Now, the family woke up today with all four of these officers in these cases, these former officers, arrested and now facing charges, which is part of what they wish. But justice for them comes from seeing this through to convictions, and that's part of their mindset in this today, saying that their work isn't finished. There is a mission tied to remembering George Floyd's life, because the life he lived and now has the potential, and as we have seen, could be a symbol for change to potentially come. Don, Brooke.
Omar, thank you so much. And as we, of course, will stay on these pictures and listen in through the course of the next couple of hours to the speakers and the beautiful voices of the choir and the singing, I want to stay in Minneapolis because, as you point out, Don, because we are in the midst of a pandemic, only a couple hundred people